Tonight was supposed to be my rise.
Stop fidgeting, Eleanor. It's unbecoming. Even for an Omega.
She came as an honored guest. I should have known that meant something was already wrong.
Brothers and sisters of Shadowcrest, tonight we gather not just in celebration, but to secure our future!
For one foolish second, I still believe this was my moment.
We need power. We need undeniable alliances. We need a Luna who embodies not just grace, but true, formidable strength. That is why I cannot, in good conscience, bind our pack's future to an Omega. My heart has found its true match. With Selena of the mighty Blood Moon Pack by my side, our future will be unbreakable. This is the alliance I choose.
He didn't just leave me. He offered me up to the room like a sacrifice.
Control yourself, Eleanor. This display is beneath you.
The hall was full of mocking faces. I ran before the pack could watch me break for a second time. He is my mate's brother, and he looked at my pain like it was weakness.
You should not be out here alone, Eleanor. It is unwise.
Unwise? What could be more unwise than believing a beta's promises, Alpha?
Go back to your quarters and control your emotions. The pack can smell weakness.
Sleep would not stay with Eleanor. Every time she drifted, Samuel's touch dragged her awake again.
By the moon, Eleanor. You're burning up.
It's nothing, just a difficult night. Don't say Ian. This feels different. Tell me what happened. I feel restless. My skin is too sensitive. My heart won't slow down. Freya, what's happening to me? These symptoms have the hallmarks of a bond sickness, a mate bond. That's impossible. Ian and I were never—
I'm not talking about Ian. A bond can trigger in one powerful moment. The fever, the agitation, the pain. If the bond is denied, it gets worse, much worse.
She is my brother's promised. I am the Alpha. I will not be ruled, Ild, by instinct.
Be careful, Eleanor. A denied bond does not simply disappear. If you cannot manage it, it will consume you.
Under the full moon, the bond grew teeth. I could feel Samuel before I even looked at him. Look who decided to join the living. Did you decided to join the living? Did you come to watch what a real Alpha and his future Luna look like? I just needed some air. The ache vanished the instant he held me. Fever, pain, terror, gone. In his arms, my body remembered what safety felt like.
Down! Control your wolves, Betha. The run is not a free-for-all. And you should know better than to wander onto the path of the run. Your carelessness could have caused a stampede.
He had saved her like she mattered. Then he cut her down like she was a burden. That was the cruelty of the bond. His protection was instinct. His rejection was a choice. The fever is worse. The bond is starting to fray. Your body is attacking itself. What choice do I have? Beg for scraps from the Alpha?
Fight it if you can. But if this continues...
I will not live on secret pity and public rejection. If this bond kills me, it will not do it on his terms. He came in secret. He watched me suffer, and by daylight, he still denied me. I would not crawl to him for comfort. I would go to him for truth.
Eleanor, you should not be here. You are unwell.
You left something behind.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does it ease your conscience? Watching me suffer from a distance? Offering silent pity in the dark while you reject me in the light?
You have no idea what you're talking about. This fixation needs to stop. For your own good.
I am dying, Samuel. This fixation is a bond you triggered. And it is killing me because you are too much of a coward to face it.
You think I don't feel it? You think it isn't tearing me apart? But I am the Alpha. I have responsibilities.
A brother whose life I will not destroy for my own selfishness.
There it was. Not denial, not confusion. Choice. He knew, he felt it, and he was still choosing duty over her life.
Don't touch me! Your help, your silent vigils, your guilty conscience, I don't want any of it.
If this bond is a death sentence, I will face it on my own terms. I am leaving Shadowcrest.
Eleanor, no. The Borderlands are dangerous. You're too weak.
Then I will die free, and with my dignity intact.
Leaving Shadowbrick felt like tearing a live wire out of my chest. But I kept walking. The first night was the worst. The bond clawed at me from the inside, begging me to turn back. Going back is a slower death. This pain is the price of leaving.
Hunger became another ache to carry. So did loneliness. But each small victory gave me something Shadowhesh never had. Proof that I could survive without them.
The agony did not vanish. It changed. What had been a tearing wound settled into a constant ache I could move with. The girl who had waited in the great hall was gone. In her place stood someone sharpened by hunger, pain, and choice.
That wasn't the bond. It felt older, quieter, like the moon knew my name.
She is always alive, and I may already have lost her. Eleanor.
Alpha Samuel, I see the gathering is as lively as ever.
Wait.
It was an interesting reunion, but we have no further business. Do enjoy the rest of the gathering, Alpha.
Walking away from Samuel felt like tearing my own soul in half. But I would not let anyone see me break.
Leaving so soon, little runaway?
I have what I came for. Unlike some, I don't linger where I'm not wanted. Oh, we all saw how unwanted you were. Did you come to beg? Or remind him of a debt he'd rather forget?
She had seen Samuel's reaction, and she had mistaken my silence for a scheme to win him back.
An Omega like you, alone and unprotected, you must be desperate. It's pathetic.
The old me would have folded,
This one only gets colder.
Desperation does look different from the outside. From where I'm standing, a woman publicly attacking another over a man who already chose her looks very desperate.
How dare you! You have no status here!
I am the one who survived. I am the one who walked away from your protection and learned to protect myself. True power isn't given by a title or a mate. It's forged in fire. And you, Selena, have never been tested by anything hotter than your own spite. So call me nothing. I'll wear it with pride. It means I'm free of the gilded cages and poisoned promises that define your world. I had not come for revenge, but I took a piece of it anyway.
My victory over Celine barely lasted a minute before the world split open.
This is not my pack. Not my fight. Survive first.
He was protecting his own, and he was losing ground. I didn't think. My body chose for me.
Are you all right? That was incredible.
Stay away from her. You should not encourage that kind of familiarity.
Encourage? He asked if I was all right. Something you forgot to do while you were busy marking your territory.
Eleanor, that's not...
Save it. What I do and who I speak to is no longer any of your concern. The fight is over, Alpha. You can stop pretending we're a team. We were never anything more than a temporary, convenient weapon for you to use. Just like always.
I saved her, and still I ruin everything.
He rejects me, then snarls at any man who speaks to me. That isn't instinct, it's hypocrisy.
Eleanor, I mean you no harm, child. I only wish to talk.
I have nothing to say to any member of Shadowcrest.
Then listen. What if the story you believe is not whole truth? The night Samuel marked you, it was not passion, not conquest. You had been attacked by a rogue from a rival pack. You were poisoned and dying. The Alpha's mark was the only way to bind the poison and keep you alive.
No.
He saved your life and trapped himself in the process. Samuel had sworn his dying father he would protect Ian, secure his place, ensure his happiness. How could he explain binding himself to his brother's chosen mate? He thought the kindest thing was to let you hate him.
He let me believe I meant nothing.
Because he believed your hatred was a lighter burden than his truth.
Why tell me now?
Because Shadow Crypt is fracturing. Ian's ambition and Seleno's alliance are poison. Samuel is drowning in sacrifice. You deserve the truth before you chose your own path.
For the first time, I saw not a monster, but a man trapped in a cage he built for everyone but himself.
Elder Oliver spoke to you.
He did.
I never meant for you to be hurt. I thought it was the only way.
To protect Ian? To protect you both?
Or so I believed. I was wrong. Catastrophically wrong. Eleanor, I will spend the rest of my life trying to atone, if you let me.
What about Ian and Selena? Your alliance?
There are complications. Pack business, delicate things I'm still trying to untangle. But my commitment to you is real. It is the only real thing in my life.
What complications?
I need to handle it carefully to avoid more conflict. Please believe that my priority is you. Us.
I want to believe you. But you're still hiding things from me, Samuel. You're asking me to step into the light while you stay half in the shadows. How can there be an us there are still secrets between us?
Tell her. Tell her everything. Then Ian burns with the rest of the pack.
When you are ready to be completely honest with me, then we can talk. Until then, your apologies are just words.
You ruin everything. Even after he cast you out, he still couldn't let you go. You noted?
What are you talking about?
He knows. My noble brother is finally putting the pieces together. The rogue attack that nearly killed you? It was no rogue. It was one of my men. The world tilted. Samuel's silence had not hidden a small truth. It had hidden rot at the center of his own bloodline. He was going to the elders tonight. He was going to strip me of everything. But if you die first, his grief will make him weak, easy to control. Goodbye, Eleanor.
I knew it was Samuel before I saw his face. The bond hit first. Pain, rage, terror, all his and all mine.
It's over, brother. Eleanor.
Don't talk. Don't talk. You're going to be all right. Do you hear me? You're going to be all right.
You're safe.
Help! Somebody help us! Help us!
Eleanor.
You're awake. The healers say you'll live. The poison wasn't fatal.
You stayed.
Someone had to ensure the Alpha survived. The pack needs its leader.
So this is it. You nursed me back out of pack duty.
Call it repayment. A life for a life. You saved mine from Ian's blade. I saved yours from the fever. We're even. The debt is cleared.
Is that what you truly believe? That what exists between us can be reduced to a simple debt? Then my life is yours. Not as a debt repaid, but as a gift. Because the truth is, Eleanor, it has always been yours. I was just too much of a coward to admit it.
The debt is not cleaned. But perhaps we can discuss the terms of a new agreement.
The farmer on the east boundary refuses patrol access again. Send warriors. Remind him where the border lies. You have a thought?
He lost his son in a rogue attack last year. He's scared, not defiant. Send a small group led by a diplomat at Ikeda. Offer to reinforce his fences in exchange for reports on strange movement.
You're right, do it her way.
Ian remains comfortable under guard out of respect for his former status.
You're pulling away again. Why?
Is it true? Ian is being treated comfortably?
Yes. Because he is in a cell with reinforced silver bars under constant guard. He is fed and kept warm because a dead prisoner answers no questions about Blood Moon. It is not mercy, it is strategy. And it is the truth. I will not keep secrets from you again, not even uncomfortable ones.
Trust had barely begun to breathe when war kicked in the door.
Blood Moon had crossed the border in force. This was no raid. It was an invasion.
You will stay here.
No.
I will not lose you by obeying you. You won't be fighting alone this time.
Eleanor.
Then don't lose me either.
We were no longer fighting against the bond. We were using it.
I can still get her out, even if I don't walk away.
I saw it in his eyes before he moved. Sacrifice. No! We live together, or we die together! I choose us! He stopped fighting like a man trying to die for me. He fought like my equal.
You incredible, impossible woman.
Mark me.
Are you certain? This is forever.
I'm not choosing the past. I'm choosing our future. My choice. My future. With you.
The Omega quarters are unsafe. If we are one pack, every member gets dignity and security.
Then we rebuild them first. Strength will no longer be the only measure of worth. Yeah.
Tonight, we do not crown a Luna who stands behind her alpha. We crown a partner who stands beside him, a queen in her own right.
Eleanor, my mate, my equal, my heart. Will you accept this crown? Will you stand with me, not as my shadow, but as the light that guides us both?
I will.
They will swear loyalty to the new order, or face exile.
I apologize. Your apology is accepted. Remember this day. Power built on the suffering of others is a castle on sand. The tide always comes in.
Our future is yours to shape, my Luna.
Our future, Samuel. Always ours.
Border Patrol says all is quiet. Even Blood Moon has accepted the treaties. Peace is good for trade.
Who would have thought? The fierce Alpha Samuel, a diplomat.
I had an excellent teacher. How are my two favorite people today?
We're well. A little restless. He's been practicing his howling all afternoon.
A true alpha in the making. He'll have the whole pack answering before he can walk.
Our child was not born of duty or fear. He was the future we had chosen with open eyes.
Elder Oliver sends his blessings and enchanted baby blankets. He insists they'll make the child sleep through the night.
Then he has more faith than I do.
Are you happy, Eleanor?
Happier than I ever dreamed possible. Every ache, every tear, every moment of despair, it was worth it. It led me to you, to this.
The debt is cleared, but my gratitude to the moon goddess for bringing you back to me will last for eternity.
Once, debt was the safest name I could give what bound us. Now it had become gratitude, choice, and forever.